Well, hello there. I'm feeling great gratitude today because I've been asked a question. Sometimes when a question is asked, a life changes, and that's the case for me today. And the question I've been asked is, do you do online full shamanic training? And up until today the answer has always been no. It's necessary for you to be with me, for me to provide you with this level of training. And today, the guys and the helpers have decided that the no has become a yes. And so, I am ready to train people who wish to have a full shamanic training. And it will take you exactly 52 weeks, one whole year, from beginning to end. And at the end of this period of time, you will have a full shamanic training, and in this time I will take you through everything you need to learn, everything you need to know in order to be a fully qualified accredited shaman. And the kind of shamanism that I practice is called universal soul retrieval, so this indeed will be the high point of the training, to give you the ability to do all that I do for a full universal soul retrieval, which includes, first of all, working to release all the negative energies which are in the client, to release them all to their heaven dimension. Following this is full curse removal. I explain in my other films about what curses are, how they are formed, so you will learn how to remove all curses from your client in question. Then there will be the energy body scan and repair, which is where you learn how to scan the person's entire energy body, which includes working therefore for their physical body and releasing all obstacles and issues that are hidden there. The fourth item is DNA scan and repair, and in this you learn how to work with the client's DNA, how to optimize the client's DNA in accordance with their divine human template. And this also includes how to do the work for releasing the aging program, and I'll explain in detail what this is and how it is possible to release the aging program, which means that the person is no longer confined to the conventional concept of having to age. This is not compulsory. All this will be explained in great detail. Stage 5 is karma release, where issues between the client and other significant people in their life are released. And finally, 6, the full universal soul retrieval itself. And in this, what you learn to do is to access all trauma that has been experienced by the client, and how to release that trauma and how to return the full personal power to that client. So these are the 6 stages of the universal soul retrieval process, and you will learn them all. However, there's a lot more that you will learn too. And just to give you an idea of what's involved, the first thing I want you to understand that in order to be a shamanic practitioner, you need to understand and access the quality which I call sobriety. Sobriety is that degree of seriousness which enables you to do the work. Now, I don't want you to get confused with the idea that it has to be terribly harsh or difficult. This seriousness actually includes being playful, it includes seeing the fun side of life, and it's very much all about enjoyment. However, what distinguishes the state of sobriety from other states is that you know when you can access sobriety, you can do the work. That's what it's all about. And then this leads us on to what I call unbending intent. And really this is the beginning, the middle and the end of the entire training, is when you learn how to access that aspect of you which we all have, which is unbending intent. Now, unbending intent means that nothing and no one stands in my way. When it comes to doing shamanic work, when I receive the request from the client no matter how difficult their circumstances, no matter how challenging their situation, I know, because I'm working with my guides and my helpers, as you will be too, that whatever situation they present, whatever issue arises, you have the ability to work with that client to transform their life situation. That's what Unbending Intent is all about. And you will require your unbending intent from the word go in the training, because what the training will provide you with is plenty of challenges. Challenges to a shaman are like a good meal to a hungry person, or a drink of the best quality spring water to a person who's feeling very, very thirsty. Absolutely essential quality. So with your unbending intent, with your sobriety, with your access to the computer, you will be able to have all that you require to take on this training. So if this is something that is if this is something of interest to you, what I suggest you do is to go onto the website youtubeshaman.com, and you'll find the section in there all about the training, and that will give you what you need to do to sign up and to commit to the training. And what I'll be asking from you is a series of commitments. The first commitment is financial, and what you will need to do for this is to set up a monthly payment system whereby every month you pay an agreed amount of money into the PayPal account, which you can access on youtubeshaman.com. That's the first thing. The second thing that you'll need to do is to become very clearly aware of the fact that you're going to need to record the work that you do. So the journal is going to become your best friend. That's going to be really important. The gift of the journal is when you do some shamanic work, when you're in your practicum phase of doing some work, after you've done the work, you record the work in your journal, and you start to create for yourself your body of evidence, which is essential for you to be able to be a shamanic practitioner. It's rather like if you're a magician, you have your magical diary. If you are involved in any serious enterprise, there is always a need to record what you do, and this is what you build on to create your body of evidence, which is your capacity to do the work. That's going to be very important for you too. The other things that you'll require will be explained in detail in the very first introductory film. So what will happen is every week there will be a film for you to access, and the beauty about this training is you'll be able to access these films whenever you wish. An important part of the training is communication with me. So this is another aspect of your unbending intent, is when I give you a particular practice to do in a film, you will then go ahead and do the practice in your own time. You'll record the results in your shamanic journal, and then you will communicate those results to me. A lot of the time, the way you'll choose to do this will be through email. However, there are going to be some parts of the training where the only way to communicate this information to me is to create your own film and upload it onto YouTube, onto a private channel, which you will give me the details of, which I can then access, which then means I can give you the feedback for the piece of work that you've done. This is going to become absolutely essential when you start working with clients. For example, supposing you've just learnt traditional soul retrieval, and you've got a group of clients, maybe 3 people you're going to do this work for, and you've made this arrangement with them. They get the work for free, but the contribution they give you is the feedback. Well, this feedback's going to be essential for me to receive, but also your actual doing of the soul retrieval process is something I'm going to need you to film when you're doing this with your client, so I can see how you do the work exactly. And also immediately after the session, when the client's had a chance to return to the 3D reality, you'll have the chance to ask them for some immediate feedback. This can also go into your film too. So in order to become a fully accredited shamanic, in order for you to become a fully accredited shamanic practitioner with me, This is going to be very important for you to provide me with the information so that I can tell that you are working in a correct manner, and where necessary I can simply give you feedback to improve on the way that you work. If you feel called to do this work, if you feel a really strong sense inside yourself, and I'm going to be using some key words for you now, this is what I'm looking for. If you feel touched, moved and inspired to become a shamanic practitioner because you want to make a difference in the world, you know that you're here to help other people, to help them through their healing and transformation process, these are the means by which you access your unbending intent. When you're touched, moved and inspired to do anything, the unbending intent flows into you. You develop capacities you didn't even know that you had. And that's going to be a very important part of your journey, as is what I will call initiation. Now, for those people who've signed up, I'll be going into much more detail about what unbending intent is, what initiation is, but let me just give you a simple way of understanding. Initiation is something that takes you outside of your comfort zones into a zone that you may not be familiar with. This is your place of power, and it's so important. Something else that's incredibly important for you is to learn to spend time outside in wild nature on a daily basis, no matter where you live, no matter how warm or how cold, no matter how wet or how dry. You need to go outside into wild nature and commune with the plants, because the plants love us. The plants have many gifts to give us, and I would not be able to do my work without my connection and my love and my appreciation for the plants. So this is going to be a very important feature too. Another important feature, which you will learn gradually, is to be able to do your work wherever you are. So whether you are in a place which is beautifully quiet, or whether there are sounds which are assailing you, it just doesn't matter. You get on with the work and you do what needs to be done. I've done universal soul retrievals on aeroplanes before now, surrounded by people, making all their sounds, shuffling about. It's possible. So I'm going to leave you with the last little thread all about how to make this work for yourself. You will learn what I call non-credo. Non-credo is where you set aside all your existing belief systems. You put all your beliefs about what's possible and what's not possible to one side. When you embody the qualities of the Chaos Magician, which is to embody whatever qualities you require right now to be able to practice and do what you need to do. Yes, I've given you a lot of information in this introduction, and this is what I want to say to finish. If you know in your heart this is for you, then please go to the website and sign up. I so look forward to working with you, and thank you very much for your time.